All right, we're gonna reset. You're checking out Weekend at Gabe's. Well, Weekend Gabe right here on Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, wherever you're getting us. We thank you for checking in and joining us. Give us a follow, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're every and anywhere, like we said. We're like a cat meme. We're just hanging out everywhere. Joining us next here on these interwebs on Weekend at Gabe's, Heavy Crownz. They got the new documentary that just hit the streets. I mean, by the internets and YouTube. The first 2 episodes just came out. It's fantastic. The Red Summer. Joe, how are you, sir? We appreciate you giving us your time.
Yo, peace, guys. I'm doing well. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here, man. Truly.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you giving us your time. You have what you guys are working on is super busy. I was watching it today, the first 2 episodes of the Red Summer about your guys' travels in 2019, hitting 27 cities. I think that was the goal you guys set out to do. You guys are talking about restorative justice, which is our schools and our babies need more restorative justice, less punitive penalties for infractions. You guys are out there talking and doing the good work. It's such a special lens of watching you guys work and do this work and get out there and perform and present. Let's take us back to the trap house. Is that where like a lot of these ideas build from, and the motivations to get out there and spread and be the activists and the awareness that you guys are?
So Trap House Chicago and all of that plays the role of the incubator, the hub. All of us have backgrounds in education. Me and my good brother Mashan Ali both been teachers and deans, and then
that's phenomenal.
Hakim and Paris, they also have education background. So us already having that passion and drive, and just Trap House just was a perfect incubator of that energy, so we can do something, funnel it together, and do something great.
That's fantastic. What take us into the travel? I know we only get we're getting, I guess, weekly. We're getting new updates of the documentary in itself. What was that experience like for you? One of the members of the team, he was mentioning that he had just had a baby, and so him going on this endeavor was something he struggled with because. Like being away from your newborn for so long, and as long as you guys were on the road, that was something that you guys talk about. I think it was like the tribe, having this tribe feeling that everyone has to rally together to support each other. What was that experience like? You guys hitting the road and really growing together as a team, as men, as fathers, as brothers. Like how was that experience for you?
Man. I could say like for every challenge there was a opposite blessing or optimism to be had. It was such an amazing experience. We all were. I think that for us all, that tour represented our commitment and a chance at something more or better or different in our lives, and also a commitment to being willing to go after a life that's different, a life that's freer, a life of truth. And so, man, that tour was everything. It was such a wealth of experience. I personally left my salary-paying teaching job to prepare and to go on this tour. My partner Mashan Ali, my good brother, he was speaking about the feelings of the first Father's Day away from his daughter, his newborn at the time. And so on that tour there was just so much opportunity for growth of brotherhood. Us all like leaning on each other and just being each other's motivation and just affirming things together as we experiencing separation from our family and loved ones, and leaving behind old things and all that. It was just a wealth of so many gems and experience.
Yeah.
I want to say, Heavy, it is great to see you again, my friend. It has been a long time. I caught the sort of the beginning of the Red Summer Project when it was being launched, when you guys were actually getting on the road, and I was like, oh man, that sounds crazy. And to see it come full circle now is amazing. One of the things that we saw and I saw as I followed the tour sort of in real time are the rollerblades, man. You busting out the rollerblades in almost every city. And I know you can count on them things. So talk about your history with that. Talk about how you learned to be so good, because it seems like it don't matter the street. You are out there, potholes and all. You are just going hard.
So Chicago skate culture is huge in Chicago. The actual the roller, the 4-blade skate that we know was actually first introduced in America at the Columbian World Exposition in Chicago. Skate culture runs very deep in Chicago, and so I've been on skates since I was at least, as long as I can remember, probably about like 6 or 7. My family were frequent skaters, and so I just grew up in it, going to the skating rink and hearing James Brown blasting through the walls, and soul and funk since I was a child, and so the skates now, they just like an extension of myself, truly, it's something to be said. I always tell people, skating is exercise, is culture, is release, it's very therapeutic. And so I got from like 7th grade to my senior year of high school is what like I really got cold. Like I got good enough to so that I won't forget like certain, because like I went to college and I wasn't skating. I went away to college and I took like 5 years off. So, but when I got back on, it was like I really kind of like never left. So it's just something that just stuck with me in me now.
Yeah. What is I know you're one of like you're following. You guys are aware of a lot of what's happening in the world as far as some of the more recent stories that are happening, including in Little Village Pilsen with the shooting, Adam Toledo. You guys are following that. What is your are you guys do you guys have any role in kind of what is happening as far as with law enforcement and policing in America? I know you guys probably have an opinion about a lot of that. How do these recent stories, especially the one that happened overnight in Minnesota with the young gentleman who was killed by police the other day or yesterday, how does like your guys' voice address a lot of these issues? Are you guys being outspoken about that?
All these, we've been seeing a lot of this going on in America for quite some time now. And I think that we all, I know for a fact that, especially just us 4 brothers, we have our opinions on it, on the injustices, how they make us feel, how they impact our community. And before we ever share our perspective, like publicly with everyone, we always just want to make sure that we on the same understanding. It's funny that you bring it up though, because as Trap House Chicago has become more prominent in the community, there's a lot of we are just to be transparent, we are getting more present continually to how big of an impact we have in our voice and our opinions on things. And we actually, I'm not familiar if I don't know if you all are familiar with Healthy Hood, but they are like almost a sister organization to a lot that we do. They are amazing people, and they are heavily impacting and we're doing work in the Latino community and in Pilsen. And you asking me that just reminds me that I think that for us groups, organizations, entities in Chicago that are doing real work, it's important that we begin to revisit the old ways of sitting down and us exchanging our opinions on these things, and then going in front of the people on our social media as well, a united front type of thing. You know, I'm more recently now has become that question has been more prevalent about like what are our thoughts at Trap House. And I mean, our sentiments are with the family of the loss, for sure, in Minneapolis and in Pilsen. Beyond that, you know, there's been a lot of talk about abolishing police and defunding police and restructuring the way that we see our penal system. As you know, at Trap House Chicago, restorative justice is huge for us. It is what we do. It is our way of life and philosophy, restoring and building healthy relationships. And so we're not happy with the current, you know, punitive system that's in place. We're not happy with the reckless abandon that some police officers move with. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, but I always try to focus on, you know, the work, what we can do. I don't, me personally, I can't speak for everyone else at the moment, but I know me personally, I'm not the quickest. I haven't been the quickest to speak out, and you know, I think that's part of my growth as a leader. Just realizing how impactful my platform is, and so a lot of times, you know, I see things on the news, things happen that are truly saddening, and my first reaction is always to go make a direct one-on-one impact, as in like loving on somebody in a real action-oriented way. And it seems in this time, as I grow, as the platform grows, to begin to have that thought to let me share my opinion and my truth with my community that can't touch me, you know, in real time. So people do know exactly how we feel, and hopefully maybe they get some guidance or a notion of understanding from what I share. So I appreciate you asking that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, talk about the well, two questions really. Talk about the title of the project, since we're on the topic of really 100+ years of racial injustice, especially in Chicago. So talk about the title, Red Summer, and then on the back of that, what is the color red? I've been reading a lot about sort of color therapy and these sorts of things. What does the color red make you feel? What is that? What emotions does that invoke in you?
Well, I'm sorry, forgive me. So red. So Red Summer, the Red Summer project, it you know, derives from the name the 1920 1921 even, but more specifically 1919 Red Summer race riots that erupted all through the nation in the summer of 1919. And, you know, with us doing the tour in 2019, it was apparent to us that this was the 100-year anniversary of that. And so we figured not to reinvent the wheel, but pretty much just double down on that name, it being the Red Summer Project. So that's pretty much where the name came from. Just going back to the historic implications around 1919 in the summer, and just want to just like double down on that, on those truths in history.
Yeah. And as far as the color red, what is what does that invoke in you feeling wise?
Me personally, I feel like red is a very passionate color. It's very passionate, it's very direct. it's almost can be seen as confrontational. If you ask a matador, but I think it's like a color of deep intensity and passion.
Absolutely.
Or
yeah. Well, whenever we go mini golfing, I always grab the red ball. I am the red ball all the time. That doesn't matter.
Nice.
It's like you guys can all have pink balls. I'm going to be the red ball. Anyway. Well, what is the so you guys have been rolling out the episodes. How many episodes are there of the project? How many more can we expect?
Oh, you can definitely expect quite a few more episodes. It was a long journey.
Go on, so you got me doing.
Next is gonna be Sam.
No, next is gonna be Spock. What you mean?
Right. No, but yeah, expect a nice amount of episodes. I don't want to reveal it all, but I'll say over 10.
Where one of the themes on I think it's the second episode that's out there is staying present, and y'all passing the switchers around, which I love, by the way, passing the switchers around. How does one?
That was our talking piece.
Yeah, I know. I like that. The little talking script. I like that.
Was that the only thing that was available at that moment?
It was.
Nice improvisation. There you go.
But, give us your best tips for staying present. What are some sort of mental tactics that you're using to stay present?
I'm glad you asked that. That's a great question because that's important. For me, a practice I always go into when trying to stay present is gratefulness. Gratitude is the key to presence. A lot of times we can get anxious, thinking about the future, and depressed, thinking about our past. And the best way to stay centered is to really practice gratitude. I always go into, we all may have different belief systems. You can call it the universe, a higher power, the Most High God, whatever. I always like to get in a place where I just thank God for my sound mind, peace of mind, the ability to make definite choices and decisions. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the function of my limbs. And then I'll be like, thank you for sight and the ability to see color and hear sound. I don't
have the color thing. I've got these special glasses that help me see color. But yeah, no, you're really blessed with that one because some of us are out here struggling.
Oh man. Well, hey man, but you know what? That just brings more gratitude to the other things that you do, that you are equipped with. So like for me, I do that practice every morning, and even when I'm like in my heart roughest times, I'm unhappy with something or I'm frustrated about something, it's important to take a quick second and be like, hey, I still got the function of my limbs. I still can breathe. I can still hear. I can still see. I have the ability to still make a decision. And so like those things always root me and keep me centered because you gotta be grateful for that every day.
Word.
Well, we're a little bit over time, but so I'm gonna get one more question, Sam. If you have,
you go ahead. Okay. You go ahead, bro.
Last two questions. What do you miss about being a teacher since you are now pursuing a new journey? I'm pretty sure just being around the kids probably is the thing that you miss most. Yeah,
definitely. So I know I didn't really get to say, but as well as managing the operations at Trap House, I'm also a recording artist. Go get that Heavy Crownz Volume 2 out now. You know what I'm saying? As well as the Rare Summer Project documentary. Please go check out Heavy Crownz Volume 2. But yeah, the main thing I miss about being a teacher is you hit it on the head. It's definitely the kids. I don't miss the systems. I don't really miss the rigidness of a schedule. But I miss the children. I miss being able to, walk in the building and see smiling kids that's happy to see you. No one has asked me that. No one has asked me that. I appreciate that question from someone that really, really loves people in the youth. I appreciate you asking me that because you just took me back. You took me to a place. You know what I'm saying? I was so used to looking back at my time as a teacher as I'm happy I'm not there. You know, I'm happy I'm not there anymore. Like looking at my past from that perspective. But there indeed are things I miss about being a teacher, you know. Just that camaraderie, feeling, you know, the trust of kids, the accessibility where kids can come to me easily, and then it's not through a phone because I'm not in this building no more. You know, it's those things. I've missed that, you know, relationship building with the kids for sure. And basketball coaching because I used to be a basketball coach. I definitely miss that. I definitely miss being on the sidelines.
Hey, Heavy, we could get a coaching staff together, bro. We would talk, bro. Because I miss it too. I used to be on that in high school, and I definitely miss that.
I'm sure you also miss that extra stipend too. So yeah.
You know. The extra stipend wasn't too bad.
I wanted to say we didn't really get time to talk about the album, but Heavy Crownz got one of the craziest voices, one of the most iconic voices in the city of Chicago. So, bro's music is incredible. We played it on Break a Sound Radio. So definitely go put that project in your life. I got 2 quick fire questions before we got to run because I know Gabe's over time. Without giving too much away, give me your favorite interaction across the Red Summer Project and your favorite city that you visited.
Favorite interaction in New Orleans, I met Jahlil Okafor, NBA player from Chicago. He was playing with the Pelicans, and we pulled up in New Orleans for a jazz at a show for a show we had. It was like a half open mic, but like with a guest at the end. At a spot called the New Orleans Jazz Market. It was such a vibe. And we also set up a table outside. We had merch and everything. And then he just walked up like random, like 7-foot dude, like, yo, it was good. I'm like, bro, you know, I instantly went to Chicago, but I'm like, man, you gotta do the thing, never stop. You know what I'm saying? Keep grinding, ball out. And then he like, man, appreciate that, and just bought hella merch. So that was dope. So I think you could say a double. Like New Orleans is beautiful and amazing also. But a close second might have to be New York. New York was a great time as well. So it's probably like time between New York and New Orleans.
Right.
Man, we appreciate you joining us here on Weekend at Gabe's Heavy Crownz, man. The new album is out there on all streaming platforms. Ariquan, Volume 2.
Gabe is butchering that.
Is it Ariquan? Ariquan?
Like agriculture. Agriquan.
It's late, fellas. Leave me alone.
I give you grace.
As someone who preaches restorative justice, I don't appreciate this form of bullying. We need to do better for everyone. Agriquan is out there. It's out there on all streaming platforms. We appreciate it. We appreciate you joining us. We can't wait to see more episodes of Red Summer pop up on your guys' channel. So please feel free to come back whenever you guys want to drop in this summer or whenever sooner.
Man, it was definitely a pleasure. I love you guys' energy. Great questions today, man. For sure, I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be here.
All right, so stopping by, brother, and good to see your face again, my friend.
Yes, bro. We gotta catch up soon, man.
Dream team. We starting coaching, bro. We finna go hard on these kids.
Right.
All right. Enjoy your evening.
All right, guys. You too. Peace.
Peace out.
Heavy Crownz joining us here on Weekend at Gabe's. That's going to wrap up our show tonight. We had a big show. If you missed any part of our show, our interview with Jeff Bradshaw, the famous, legendary trombone player who joined us to talk about his new album Stronger, and also shared some great stories about his collaborations with the artists on the album. If you missed any of that, guess what? You can find it on YouTube on our channel, Weekend Gabe and Weekend at Gabe. So go check it out tomorrow afternoon sometime, Sam.
Yep. Sometime around midday, we will have both of the interviews up, and also News Only Gabe Cares About, a Facebook exclusive. So be sure to like on Facebook. If you're following us on one of the social media platforms, you may as well follow on all of them. So go run up our Twitter. That's what it is.
We appreciate that. And then Friday, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We have Mother Nature is on deck with Boathouse. They got the new mixtape that's dropping Tuesday of next week. But guess what? They're stopping in with us on Friday before it drops, and we're gonna talk about it.
And we got the exclusive sneak peek, Gabe. We don't like to flex on these people, but we got to flex on these people, man. We got exclusive new music. We have heard it, y'all have not, and we're gonna talk about it, baby.
Yo, the new mixtape is fireball.
So good.
It's phenomenal. Boathouse, closed sessions. Yo.
If you want a sneak peek of some of the records that are on there, some of the singles that were on there were released last week, and I got them on the Audius Mix, also uploading tomorrow around midday on audius.co/Sam Crane, or on SoundCloud at The Real Sam Crane if you're a dinosaur still using SoundCloud. I got you covered, baby.
There you go. All right, well, we're gonna be here back here on Friday. We should be doing Friday funnies as well, and then we're also gonna introduce Gabe's final word, which should also be hysterically awful. So it's gonna be great. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Chicago, wherever you're checking in from, we appreciate you rocking with us. You're on Weekend at Gabe's. Real Sam Crane. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace.